that? Thanks. I ask you please to rise if you can and remove your caps for the presentation of colors.
Stand by. Colors. Hands up. Forward. Arms. Present. Horns.
We welcome Gray New Gloucester High School Band, who will let us honor America with their rendition of the national anthem. Please remain standing. Thank you very much. We ask that you please remain standing with your caps off for our opening prayer by our very own American Legion chaplain, Kelly Bailey.
We are blessed to have a nation of brave men and women who have sacrificed greatly for our country. Our great nation celebrates and commemorates their memory on this Memorial Day in honor of their courage and service. Let us pray. May the Lord our God bless us all present here to memorialize those who died to preserve liberty and freedom in our nation and in the world. And may the Lord our God remember all those whose sacrifice gave this nation its greatness, progress, and richness. May our memory of them be an honorable one, full of thanksgiving to the Lord who accepted them into his kingdom. The Lord is for all, and in him we believe, and to him we remember all who died in the service of their country, whether in the air or on land or in the sea. O Lord, be gracious and merciful unto them, and let your light shine upon them. For you are our God, and unto you we ascribe glory now and forever. Amen.
I'm going to ask that you please remain standing with your caps off for our Pledge of Allegiance. All military members and veterans may render a hand salute or place your hand over your heart.
Stand by. Colors. And hut.
Leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance is Kylie Thibodeau from Gray New Gloucester High School, and proud to announce this year's state winner of the American Legion Oratorical Contest. Kylie?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Kylie. If anybody'd like to sit, there's plenty of chairs up here. Please feel free to do so. Please be seated if you'd like. Now, the Gray New Gloucester Middle School Band will play My Country 'Tis of Thee. Thank you very much. It's my honor now to introduce you to our first speaker, American Legion Auxiliary President, Nancy True.
Thank you. Bunch of fans out there. Thank you all for joining us today. In the spirit of service, not self, the mission of the American Legion Auxiliary is to support the American Legion and to honor the sacrifice of those who serve by enhancing the lives of our veterans, military, and their families, both at home and abroad. For God and country, we advocate for veterans, educate our citizens, mentor youth, and promote patriotism, good citizenship, peace, and security. Connecting the vision image of the poppy with the sacrifice of service made by our veterans has been an important goal of the American Legion Auxiliary Poppy program since its inception in 1921. On Memorial Day and Veterans Day, millions of red crepe paper poppies are distributed across the country in exchange for donations that go directly to assist disabled and hospitalized veterans in our communities. After World War I, the poppy flourished in Europe. Scientists attributed the growth to soils in France and Belgium, becoming enriched with lime from the rubble left by the war. From the dirt and mud grew a beautiful red poppy. The red poppy came to symbolize the blood shed during battle following the publication of the wartime poem In Flanders Field. The poem was written by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae, MD, while serving in the front lines. On September 27, 1920, the poppy became the official flower of the American Legion family, memorialized the soldiers who fought and died during the war. In 1924, the distribution of poppies became a national program of the American Legion. Led by the American Legion Auxiliary, each year members of the American Legion family distribute poppies with the request that the person receiving the flower donate to support the future of our veterans, active duty military personnel, and their families with medical and financial needs. In closing, as we see people around the world fighting for rights and freedoms that we already enjoy because of our veterans, let us remember these 6 words which are true for every veteran. All gave some gave all. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. Now I'd like to introduce State Representative Annie Graham.
They're asking you to stay close to the mic. Pretty short. Well, good morning. Thank you very much. On this Memorial Day, I want to thank you, all of you, to those who have given their lives and to the families who love them, those who've sacrificed so much for our country, the United States of America.
those who have lost, and those who have lost a part of themselves as they fought with valor. I can't begin to understand the loss that families and friends endure when they have lost a loved one who has served our country. How do we repay those who fought and came home with wounds we cannot see? I grew up in the 60s and 70s in Bangor. My awareness of the Vietnam War was taken from the nightly news. What I do remember is that we didn't honor our men and women returning from Vietnam. No parades, no airport greetings. I am ashamed to say that we didn't even say thank you. This was brought home to me when I served in the Maine House on the State and Local Government Committee in 2011. We heard a bill to designate Vietnam War Veterans Day in Maine. It wasn't until 2019 that the National Day was enacted. The hearing was one of the most moving experiences I have ever had. One by one, veterans spoke with deep emotion of their experiences when they came home. They may not have lost their lives, but many of them lost a part of themselves, either physically or emotionally. I dare say some of you here today understand this pain, and I am sorry. I know that this is not Veterans Day or Armed Services Day, but I want to say thank you to all who served and those who are currently serving our nation, our democracy. Because of these women and men, we can celebrate with backyard cookouts, days at the beach, and simply gathering as a community. Without them, without those we lost, without you, we would have no nation. Thank you to those who have given the full measure of devotion in the Revolution, the Civil War, World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Desert Storm, Afghanistan, Iraq, and other foreign conflicts yesterday, today, and in the future. Thank you to the families who have loved and lost their loved ones and who continue to love and support those who have come home. We remember some of those we have lost their battle after they came home. We hold them all in our hearts. Thank you for letting me say thank you. I don't think there are enough words to truly express our gratitude. May God bless our troops, and may God bless America.
Thank you, Annie. Now I'd like to introduce State Representative Amy Arata.
Thank you all for being here this rainy afternoon. Memorial Day was originally called Decoration Day and followed the devastation of the Civil War as a day to spread flowers on the graves of soldiers. On April 25, 1866, in Columbus, Mississippi, the Confederate graves were decorated, but a Southern lady named Augusta Cox noticed that the graves of Union soldiers were bare. She said, "Let's drop a flower on each of their graves for their mothers' sakes. Each mound represents some mother's darling." News of this inspirational act of kindness spread nationwide, and Mrs. Cox later said, "We know Jesus would have us forgive as we hope to be forgiven. He loved everyone, and we are to follow his example." A similar act of reconciliation and forgiveness occurred right here in Gray in 1862, when the ladies of Gray raised money for a headstone for an unknown Confederate soldier whose body had mistakenly been sent to the family of Lieutenant Charles Kylie. When Decoration Day became a formal holiday in 1868, the ladies of Gray placed a Confederate flag on the stranger's grave. How agonizing it must have been for them, knowing the flag was a symbol of the enemy who had killed their son, husband, father, or friend. Yet they faced this pain and placed a flag on his grave out of respect for him as an individual and to remember the history of what we've been through as a nation and the reconciliation that was so desperately needed. Today, as we face so much division within our country, we must remember how much we've overcome as a nation and search for unity in spite of our differences. We must remember the extraordinary sacrifices of ordinary people and find inspiration in their stories. We must teach history to our children, the good and the bad, the pain as well as the victory. The ladies who decorated the graves of the enemy on that first Memorial Day inspired a poem by Frances Miles Finch called The Blue and the Gray. And here are just a few verses from it. By the flow of the inland river, whence the fleets of iron have fled, where the blades of the grave grass quiver, asleep are the ranks of the dead. Under the sod and the dew, waiting the judgment day, under the one the blue, under the other the gray. These in the robings of glory, those in the gloom of defeat, all with the battle blood gory, in the dusk of eternity meet. No more shall the war cry sever, or the winding rivers be red. They banish our anger forever, when they laurel the graves of our dead. Under the sod and the dew, waiting the judgment day, love and tears for the blue, tears and love for the gray. So right now, as we think about the heroes we've lost, let's remember that each one was once some mother's darling. As we learn from the historical reenactors, our enemies in battle were also once some mother's darling. And I'm grateful that the historical reenactors travel here to remind us and our children of the humanity of those who were once our enemies. As we navigate the current turmoil and conflicts that we face as a nation, whether in politics or in international relations, let's remember that our adversaries are also intrinsically valuable human beings. And as we enjoy the freedom to stand up for what we believe is right, let us do so with gratitude to the men and women who gave their lives so that we can do this without fear. May we always remember and honor the heroes who called this place home. And in their honor, let us strive to be worthy of their sacrifice by living our lives with integrity, compassion, and a profound appreciation for the liberty we enjoy. May God bless you and your families as you enjoy the gift of freedom this Memorial Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. I am now honored to introduce as our featured speaker our very own town manager, Michael Foley. Michael?
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Good morning, friends and fellow Americans. It's an honor to be representing the town of Gray for this very important occasion. And before I speak about this important occasion, I was asked to share a little bit about myself. I've been serving as the town manager here in the town of Gray since January, and I come here with 2 decades of public service to the city of Westbrook, most recently serving as their mayor. With a degree in public administration, it's been a personal and professional goal of mine to serve as a professional manager and honored to be serving the Gray community. In Westbrook, we made it a priority to honor those who have served our country, and I hope to support very similar efforts here in the town of Gray. As we gather here today to honor and remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country, let us pause to reflect on the true meaning of Memorial Day. This day is not just a long weekend or a time for barbecues and beach trips. It's a time to remember and honor the brave men and women who have given their lives in service to our nation. These heroes fought for our freedoms, our way of life, and our very existence as a country. We owe a debt of gratitude to these fallen soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. Their sacrifice has ensured that we can live in a country where we are free to worship as we choose, speak our minds, and pursue our dreams. We must never forget the price they paid for our freedom. So today, as we gather with our community and loved ones and enjoy the blessings of this great nation, let us take a moment to remember those who are not here with us. Let us honor their memory by living our lives in a way that would make them proud. Let us strive to be worthy of the sacrifices they made on our behalf. May we always remember the true meaning of Memorial Day, and may we never forget the brave men and women who have given everything for our country. Thank you, and God bless America.
Thank you very much, Mr. Foley. We appreciate you being here. The Gray New Gloucester High School Band will now play the Armed Forces Salute. Great job. Thank you so much. I'd like to say thank you to everyone for participating in our Memorial Day Parade and for staying to hear our guest speakers. Although the seriousness of this day should not be overlooked, we gather today to celebrate those men and women who have given the ultimate sacrifice for their country or who have served gallantly in our armed forces and have now passed on. We also wish to say thank you to all the family members who have supported their veterans, allowing them to carry on their mission of protecting our great nation. So how do we celebrate and mourn at the same time? We tell stories. We share what those personalities of those people used to be like that we've lost. Most of us have family stories that we retell around the dinner table, at family gatherings, and elsewhere. We encourage that today. We here at Post 86 are proud to be members of this community, and although today is about remembering our fallen comrades, we want you to know we never forget. And we work hard every single day to make them proud. We are proud to provide scholarships to our high school students, to participate in civic programs such as the American Legion Oratorical Contest, and to support the Thibodeau State attendees from our high schools. Post 86 conducts flag ceremonies, which, by the way, there'll be one this June 14th. Please come back. And we invite you all again to come back. We participate in our community. An example of that is the bicycle rodeo that we're going to have June 1st, and we encourage you to come back for that. We also sponsor the local Cub Scout Pack 86 and the new American Legion Junior Baseball team, the Post 86 Warriors. You'll see us host fundraisers like dances, cornhole contests, dart tournaments, and many other events, all to allow us to work towards our mission of supporting our veterans and our community. You might have seen advertisements locally about the American Legion Be the One program. This is a priority of the American Legion National Commander to help destigmatize the issue of mental health and to educate people on how to have a conversation with a veteran in a mental health crisis. But again, today is about remembering those who have given the ultimate sacrifice. It seems odd to wish someone a happy Memorial Day given the seriousness of the topic. So what I will say and what I encourage you all to say is, I hope your Memorial Day is meaningful and that you can enjoy the time with family and friends while remembering the purpose of this holiday. At this time, I would like to thank our ceremony participants, American Legion Auxiliary President Nancy True, Representative Amy Arata, Representative Annie Graham, our Graytown Manager Michael Foley, the Department of Maine Oratorical winner Kylie Thibodeau of Gray New Gloucester High School, and our Post Chaplain 86 Kelly Bailey, and of course the Gray New Gloucester Band led by Carol Clark. Finally, and the middle school. Finally, yeah, let's feel free to give them a hand. Don't be shy. We couldn't have done it without them. And finally, I wish to thank the organizations which comprise our American Legion family. Post 86 American Legionnaires, Unit 86 American Legion Auxiliary members, Squadron 86 Sons of the American Legion, and Chapter 86 American Legion Riders. We appreciate you every single day, and we want you to know how much we appreciate you. So thank you all. We appreciate your membership in the Post 86. We will now honor all military members who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country with the playing of taps. Please rise if you can. Remove your caps, and we ask that you remain silent during the playing of taps.
Colors and height for arms. Present arms. Forward. Turn.
I invite
Arms.
I invite you all to please stay and visit our history wall downstairs and our POW remembrance table. And join us for food and refreshments. Also, this is a reminder, the 15th Alabama and the 20th Maine reenactors will be conducting a remembrance ceremony at the Gray Village Cemetery at 1:30. I hope your Memorial Day is meaningful and that you can enjoy time with your family and friends while remembering the purpose of this holiday. In closing, please rise if you can, remove your caps, and remain silent for the retirement of the colors.
Stand by. Colors. Heads up. Heart. Irons. Ready. Stop.
Ready, two.
This concludes our formal presentation. Again, we do have food in the back. The band is welcome to come up here for their treats. Thank you all so very much for attending today. Hey, that's over. Good job. Way to bring us